Here they are, the alloy foot pegs I ordered from China. Just 386 pesos. Sounds like a great deal, but watch the whole video and see what happens when I try to install them at the end of this video. I measured these and the size is correct. They match up and they are bigger than the standard foot pegs. These foot pegs also come with 2 pins and they come with clips too, so you can put those cotter pins in and clip them back so they stay in place. But watch the end of this video. Alright, so I've been searching for some new accessories for my Honda XR 150L and I came across some foot pegs. If you guys have been trying to do some stand-up riding like on dirt trails, you know the pegs that are stock on the bike aren't very comfortable. So I wanted something all metal and with a wider footprint and more grip. So check these out. Alright, I got this at Lazada. Let's unpack it and check it out. So in the bag we have some foam, I don't know what it is called, like foam paper. Doesn't really need any special wrapping. I guess that'll just keep it from not getting scratched. And then everything just comes in a clear bag. Everything just comes in a clear bag with a label and a barcode on it. So let's see what we get. Yeah, it looks like everything's here. So 2 foot pegs. These are 2 inches wide or 5 centimeters wide by about 11 centimeters long. So I can tell already those are definitely wider than the stock foot pegs. We'll compare them on the motorcycle later. In the advertisement they say that they're aluminum. Sounds like aluminum. Maybe even some kind of cast metal. We'll find out how strong they are. You also get 2 springs, 2 pins to hold them in place, and 2 cotter pin style pins to hold those pins in place. So there's everything that you get. That's exactly what you're supposed to get in the package. So let's go out on the motorcycle and see how they measure up to the other foot pegs, and then let's install them. Alright, we're ready to install the new foot pegs on the Honda XR 150. Let's check out what you need. So I've got all of my parts. Got my cotter pins, the 2 foot pegs, and the 2 springs. Should have some needle nose pliers or multi-tool. You might need a screwdriver to punch out that pin if it's in there hard, and maybe a hammer to help tap it out. First, let's take a look, just so you can see the difference. Here's the standard foot peg that comes with the XR 150L, and just a side-by-side comparison. You can see this peg's a little bit longer by probably 6 or 7 millimeters at least, and a bit wider too, which will be nice. Here's one thing I didn't notice earlier. These pegs are not anodized, they're just painted, and it looks like it's a cheap paint. So that's what you get for 386 pesos. Let's hope they don't break on me. But if I knew that they were just painted with a cheap paint that's gonna come off easily like this, for sure I would have bought the silver ones or paid more to get some anodized ones. But let's see how they hold up. Alright, let's get our needle nose pliers first. And you can't see very well, but that cotter pin's on the other side. So you can take your needle nose pliers and just grab the head of it and turn it. Now I can get a better grip on that pin and straighten it out. So straighten that cotter pin out as best as you can on both sides. Squeeze it together and to flatten it. Now let me rotate it so I can grab the other side. There it is, got the cotter pin out. There's a washer on this. I might save this and use it for the other one. And since this is spring loaded, I might need to tap it out. Looks like it's going to come out pretty easily. And I'll just check the position of the spring. That way when I put the other spring in, I put it in the right way. Okay, it's not that one. It's gotta be this one. There it is. Okay, you got two halves of the spring here. I'm not sure which one needs to be loaded up against this frame here, but I'm gonna guess it's the wider one. Let's just try it and see what happens. No, it's gotta go this way. There it is. Let's try it. There it is. Solid now. And it catches. This didn't come with the washer, so I'm going to reuse this washer just because I have a little bit of space. Let's put in the new cotter pin all the way around. I don't want any chance it's coming off. Alright, there it is. Let's see if the other one's even faster. Alright, time to do the left side. Look at this peg, it doesn't line up with this part here. Let's stand it up straight and take a look. That's not bent, that just means that's a defective peg. So it looks like I've got a defective peg, guys. It doesn't match. This is in no way bent or not shaped correctly. Just this peg is crap. This is where you have to decide if it's worth it to send it back, or should I just glue on some kind of shim that's going to fall off later, stick some kind of washer or plate in the back here so when it sits in here it moves it a little bit more forward. That's probably what I'm going to do for now, but definitely don't recommend it. That does not line up straight. Alright, I think you can see this better now. Hold it at an angle here. You can see this line right here. That looks like it's part of the mold, and there's just less material on this corner part, and this is what's touching the inside of that bracket. So I'm going to take some epoxy steel. Check it out. First I'll drill a couple holes, not too deep, just a little bit in, so when I set the epoxy steel in, it actually goes into the holes. Let's see what happens. There are two parts to this. Let me get something to cut this with. Like my multi-tool. Break it apart, knead it all together. That way you get the part A and part B mixed together to make that epoxy steel. This is a temporary fix. I think I'm just going to spend the money and buy some nicer foot pegs that are branded instead of the cheap China ones. It's just frustrating when you get stuff in the mail and you can't imagine how something that's a cast cannot line up with your motorcycle. It's unbelievable. Alright, let's just push this big glob in here and take it down some. I think what my plan is going to be, I'm going to take this out to the motorcycle like this while it's not dry, set it in the position that I want it, put the spring and pin and everything in here and let it dry like that. Let's take it out, let's try it. Alright, let's try it. I've got that epoxy steel on here, just a little glob of it right now. Let's measure it up first. And actually that pushes it out perfectly. Just put the pin in and let's try it. I know what you're saying. You're saying this epoxy steel is not going to hold up because all the weight's pushing down on that piece that's pushing up against the frame, and you're right, it's probably not going to hold too long. I'm just going to put it in there long enough till I get the new ones in. I just want to test the ride and feel of these wide ones to see if I like them. So I'm going to push this piece in there too, just to give it some extra support. I can care less if it does something to the peg or not, because I'll probably throw this peg away later. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's flat now. So there you have it. I'm not going to be bending this peg up in the other direction, so I can care less if there's a epoxy steel putty in there. And maybe you can see it here too. Alright guys, that's it. That's my review for these Chinese alloy foot pegs. They fit all the brands of bikes, but like I said, there's an inherent flaw probably in their mold. As you can see, a clearly cut line through there. The mold's not very good, as the right peg fit perfectly, the left peg was crap. And as you saw, I put the Honda peg back on just to show you that my frame wasn't bent. It's pretty much a new bike, so hasn't been downed or nothing bad happened to it where it might bend something on the frame. The Honda peg fits in there perfectly and it's straight, but when I put in the left side peg, it was completely bent. I had to stick some epoxy steel in there, and like I said, it's not going to hold for very long, but it'll hold until I get a new pair, a better pair sent to me. So here are the cons about buying this. Number one, you might just get one where the mold's bad like mine was and it's not going to fit and you're going to be pissed off. Number two, I'm not even sure about the quality of aluminum. It's kind of like a pot metal, doesn't feel like a high quality aluminum at all. Number three, the molding marks are on them, and they're actually, you can actually feel all of the marks sticking out, so they're not smoothed down whatsoever. And number four, because I ordered black ones, I thought they might have been anodized, but they're not. They're just painted with crappy spray paint. So the paint's coming off as I'm trying to put the springs on, as I'm touching it, as I'm setting it down. So huge thumbs down on these. Don't buy these foot pegs from China. Put in the extra money and get them. Once again, I got these on Lazada. They look like they're all from the same maker, just different colors. So take a look at the one. I'm not going to put the link. Take a look at the ad that I put in here. I put the ad where I bought it from, and you'll see when you look for them that they pretty much all come from the same place or all the exact same one. So don't buy them, guys. Spend a little bit more money and get something better. All right, check out next week's review. I'm gonna be reviewing probably the top 5 or top 8 things that you should have on your Honda XR 150, or budget things that are gonna make your bike a lot nicer with only a little bit of money. So stay tuned and check out that video when it comes. I'll see you.